Hey, what's up? It's me.
Fresno Sub here, and on this edition of CCT, we'll be going over the railroad's small supply of GE locomotives. Now, before we get into it, no, CCT didn't order any U-boats, B-boats, C-boats, Y-caps, or anything else that EMD foamers consider pieces of shit from GE. The CCT's GE roster consisted entirely of the Tundra series. Even then, there are only 5 of them, all being built for CCT to begin with. Alright, let's not have any more filler and actually get to the episode. CCT-26 was built as a 44-ton for the CCT in November of 1946. The unit, along with CCT-25, would work the freight lines between Stockton and Sacramento, with the help of 3 70 tons in 1947. The unit was retired and sold to the Associated Metals of Calabasas, California in April 1966 due to 3 Alco S1s arriving between 1963 and 1965. The unit was then sold to Solano Steel and scrapped. Weird fact about this unit: it and Sacramento Northern Railway 146, another 44-ton, have a build number mix-up, and nobody can seem to figure out which one is which. CCT-25 was also a 44-ton built new for the CCT. It was built in December of 1946 for freight operations. It worked along 26 and the 370 tons up until 1970. It was then sold to the Stockton Terminal in Eastern by then, and worked on the line until being sold to Commercial Agricultural Chemicals in Turlock, California in 1992. Around April of 1994, it was painted in a Western Pacific-esque livery, and it was lettered for the Turlock Western. The unit is still there today, but it was sold to BUGX in 2012. It is unknown if the unit still operates. For specifications of the 44-ton, the unit has 2 Caterpillar D17000 V8 engines rated at a combined horsepower rating of 380 horsepower or 190 horsepower per one engine. The locomotive has a top speed of 35 miles per hour, which, for a railroad that just got out of the inner urban area, doesn't seem very fast at all. The units have a length of 33 feet 5 inches, a width of 10 feet 1 inch, and a height of 13 feet 3 inches. Both units use Leslie A125-247 horns. .30 was a 70-ton built for a CCT in January 1947. The unit and its siblings were made to help out the 2 44-tons along the line, and they were usually found on freights up and down Sacramento to Stockton, until January 1966. The unit was then almost immediately bought by Jim Brazier, the same guy who bought CCT-42 and 80. This time, however, 30 was preserved in a museum. It currently sits at the Western Railway Museum in Rio Vista, California. 31 was the second GE 70-ton built for the CCT. Built in August 1947, the engine rolled the line up until 1965 and had a relatively uneventful career. It would end up in Associated Metals in Sacramento and scrapped in October of 1965. Similar to 31, 32 had an uneventful life. It was the third 70-ton built by GE in August 1947, and ran on freight trains with its sister units in the 44-ton units until January 1966, where it was sold to the Purdy Company and was scrapped. For technical specifications, the units run on Cooper Bessemer FWL-6T inline 6 engines rated at 660 horsepower. They also had top speed of 60 miles per hour and had a length of 37 feet, a width of 10 feet, and a height of 13 feet. All units used A125s. Well, I told you they didn't have much to go on. Regardless, these units have all had their time to shine, bringing CCT up to their status today from the interurban era. Although they are stopgap units, they are no doubt a part of the history book of CCT, shipping traction for quick action since 1905. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Engines of CCT. Next, y'all are going to witness me fucking die as I cover literally all of CCT's EMDs. Yes, even the ones they leased. Stay tuned, and thank you again for watching. What hell have I brought myself into?